Welcome to my views and news. Three news stories. First one is about what happened at Menilik Square today, where police fired tear gas. In the previous video, I shared a video from the square. Several Orthodox followers were injured. A church situated next to Menilik Square has confirmed that several Orthodox followers were injured. Details for you and two videos for you. One video shows Orthodox followers praying at the church before tear gas firing started. Second video shows that thousands, if not thousands, hundreds managed to reach Menilik Square. Though government tried to prevent the movement of people toward this square, government directed people to reach Mescal Square. But still, hundreds managed to reach there. We have a video for you from Menilik Square, which shows that hundreds were there. Tigray TV claims that a statue of a late Tigray general has been damaged and destroyed. Tigray TV is accusing Eritrean military. Question is, where was ENDF when the statue was destroyed? Why is that everything is being blamed on Eritrean military? Firstly, viewers, Adwa Victory Day celebrations were held across Ethiopia today. Biggest official celebration was organized in Addis Ababa, like it happens each year, and the venue was Mescal Square. Traditionally, the celebrations were held at Menilik Square, but for the last 2 years, government has been trying to prevent gatherings at Menilik Square. At Menilik Square, there is a statue of Emperor Menilik, and since this morning, since last night, security forces have been cordoning off Menilik Square, so people were not allowed to reach the square. But still, hundreds of Ethiopians managed to reach Menilik Square. Police then used force. Police tried to disperse these participants. Police fired tear gas. Next to Menilik Square is a church, St. George Church. Mengisha Ganate Sige St. George Church is situated next to Menilik Square. Distance between Menilik Square and Mescal Square is around 5 to 6 kilometers. Venue announced by the government was Mescal Square. Main ceremony was held at Mescal Square. President was there, though President came to Menilik Square as well. She laid a wreath of flowers at Menilik Square, but then she left. Main gathering was held at Mescal Square, and distance between the two squares around 5 to 6 kilometers. But thousands reached Menilik Square because people from Amhara region, some Amhara activists, they say that Menilik's name is being erased from Adwa celebration. That is why venue was changed. Whatever the case was, but people managed to reach Menilik Square. Police used force, fired tear gas. A prayer was underway at this church, St. George Church, next to Menilik Square. I don't know if it was a particular prayer in connection with Adwa Victory Day or some routine prayer. Don't know who planned it, was there any permission, but when police fired tear gas, obviously tear gas impact is felt away from where its shells land. So tear gas smoke disturbed the Orthodox followers. Some were injured. Tear gas smoke entered the church. And was there any direct tear gas firing at the church? It's not clear. What I have learned is that the tear gas was fired at people who were trying to gather close to Menilik Square. Target was not the church, But church felt the impact because it's very close to Menilik Square. Several Orthodox followers were injured. The church has issued a statement. Church has confirmed the incident that several of its followers who were praying at the church, they were injured. They were taken to nearby hospitals, but no casualty, luckily, so far. I have two clips for you. One shows the prayer at the church before tear gas was fired. Second one shows the number of people who managed to reach Menilik Square despite government's attempts to stop them. Thousands, reportedly, some say hundreds, but I think thousands managed to reach Menilik Square. Then police had to disperse them by use of force. Watch two clips, then next news story. Secondly, was Tigray TV reported last night that a statue of a famous, well-known Tigray general was damaged by Eritrean forces when they were in Tigray. Vijay General Hailom Araya was member of TPLF. He led Tigray fighters in the fight against Turks. And his statues are erected in different places, especially in Shire and in Adi Nabrith. His statues are erected. The man was assassinated in 1996 in mysterious circumstances in Addis Ababa. And General Araya led a Ghazi operation too, which happened in 1985, when this man commanded an operation and TPLF fighters attacked a prison in Mekelle. Prison guards were killed and thousands of imprisoned people were released. Very well-known and respected general. His statue in Adi Nabrith has been destroyed. You can see the pictures on your screen. The statue can be seen, and now the destroyed statue can be seen. Remaining part can be seen. So, Tigray TV is accusing Eritrean military, that Eritrean soldiers destroyed this monument. Question is, operation offensive on Tigray from Eritrea was a joint offensive. Both ENDF and Eritrean forces were jointly conducting operations. They jointly entered Shirar. Was everything being blamed on Eritrean military? Where is ENDF? Where was ENDF when it happened? Wasn't ENDF part of the offensive? And is it correct that everything should be blamed on Eritrean military? We're not denying the involvement of Eritrean military. We're not defending their role. But if you want to accuse, if you want accountability, at least perpetrators must be mentioned in detail. All perpetrators should be mentioned. Both Eritrean military and Ethiopian National Defense Force members, they were jointly involved in this offensive on Tigray. So whatever happened, happened with the consultation, with silent approval, or with backing from Ethiopian National Defense Force. Whatever was done by Eritrean military, it had backing or support or silent approval of Ethiopian federal government, Ethiopian National Defense Force. But now when Tigray government has signed a peace deal with Ethiopian federal government. Now everything is being blamed on Eritrea and nothing is being said about the role of Ethiopian National Defense Force. A few months ago, PM Abiy was genocider. Ethiopian military was killer of Tigray people. Now nothing is being said about them. Everything is being blamed on Eritrean army. But what has been done by Eritrean soldiers, if they did this, it shouldn't have happened because it's an emotional attack on the people of Tigray, psychological attack, like we saw banners displayed of game over by withdrawing Eritrean military, destruction of such monuments. Such wounds are very deep. Such wounds will not allow Tigrayans to reconcile with Eritrean military, with Eritrean government. That is why I say Eritrea should take the initiative. It should invite TPLF for dialogue. It should offer olive branch to the people of Tigray, to the government of Tigray, to Tigray's parties, all parties.